as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Right away, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Looking to throw. Hunt. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that takes us from second to third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lance eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down to score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, Hunt. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Operating from the gun, Hunt. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Walker. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Off play action. Hunt. And this is going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as it drew it up in practice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Lance now on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Niners had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And they they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Up and good for Santoso. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Hunt. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hunt. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here we go. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Up and good for Santoso. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hunt, left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Looking to throw. Hunt. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Hunt. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. DJ Dallas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go.
Again, it's Lance. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Hunt. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Hunt. Finding Walker, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On play action, Lance. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Hunt. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Dallas.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Off the play fake. Hunt. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Hunt. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tardarius Moore.
And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in a touchdown, 49ers. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. This complete to Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play.
He's got a man complete.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Up and good for Santoso.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Extra point try now for Santoso.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Now Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. Boy, 208 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Santoso now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mayfield. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught. Block it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield looks to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Carter hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.